How'd you do this? I'll show you.
Hey, what's up everyone? War Brothers Collectibles here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about the board game Jurassic Park Danger adventure strategy game from Ravensburger. And in this video, I want to talk about the best 3 human characters that you can play as that stand the best chance of winning the game. So for those who have never played this game before, you are in Jurassic Park, and each player chooses a human character to play. One player chooses the dinosaurs. The dinosaur player controls 3 dinosaurs: the T-Rex, Dilophosaurus, and Velociraptor. The other players must work together to complete certain objectives and ultimately escape the island. So to win the game, the humans must each complete their individual character goals that'll be unique to that character. So for example, Tim Murphy, go to the Brachiosaurus location to collect Tim Murphy's goal token. So you must complete your character goal, activate 3 locations on the map, being the control center, visitor center, and maintenance shed. Once they are all activated and you've got your goal token, you can make your way down to the helipad and escape the island. Now, it's a very fun game to play, but it is very challenging to be on the human side. The dinosaurs player does have the advantage because they have special actions. They can attack people twice, do certain things. It's much harder to be the human character, but that's what I prefer to play. So this is just my opinion on how I usually play the game when I'm on the human side. This is, in my opinion, the best characters to win, or at least get down to the helipad to get your character out before you choose a new character. And these 3 characters to play as is Ray Arnold. His character goal is to go to the maintenance shed to collect Ray Arnold's token. This is usually straight across from the starting point. So once you do that, you can then choose to turn on or off the electric fences, which can either help you or make things harder. But he also has, these are in the wrong order, sorry. Also has a free action, a special ability card. Hold on to your butts. Discard this card while at any of the 3 locations. Enable or disable the electric fences. This can be incredibly helpful to get characters around or through obstacles, and ultimately help get your players down to the helipad. I always play as Ray Arnold as my first character. I go to the maintenance shed, get my goal token, and then just head straight down to the helipad to get my character out. And that is his free action ability card. I think that's a really useful card. Next character to play is Dr. Ellie Sattler. This character's goal is quite simple. Well, I say quite simple. It's straightforward. You just got to go to a location. Go to the Triceratops location to collect Dr. Sattler's token. Again, that's on the Brachiosaurus and Triceratops paddocks are usually placed at random, whereas the maintenance shed is always on the right-hand side, about 2 or 3 spaces away from the starting point. So it all depends on where those dinosaur paddocks are placed, because they're placed randomly. But it's a nice simple goal to achieve. And then her free action card is discard this card. Any character in your space may return 2 cards from their hand to the discard pile. This is incredibly helpful if you're running out of cards, and because if you run out of cards, they're basically your lives. If you run out of cards to play, you are killed, and the dinosaur essentially gets 1 point. I think they have to eliminate either 2 or 3 humans to win. So that's who I usually play next, or I encourage my fellow teammates to play as. And then this one is one of my personal favorites again to play as, Tim Murphy. Character goal, go to the Brachiosaurus location to collect Tim Murphy's goal token. Now, what I really like about this character is he has a special ability card called I Read Your Book. So once the dinosaurs place down his movement card, before the humans select their card, you play this card. This card. After the dinosaur player selects their hand, selects their card. They must reveal what face down card they've played. This is incredibly helpful because although you won't know specifically what dinosaurs they're going to move, but it will tell you what they're planning on doing with the dinosaurs. For example, these are the dinosaur cards. So I Read Your Book means they have to flip these cards over and show you what their plan to do is, so you kind of can work your strategy around the different moves that the dinosaurs can do. So I really like that about Tim Murphy. I really like that. I think he's got two of them abilities to use throughout the game. So I think that's a real good ability to have to stand more of a chance of completing the game and getting down to the helipad. Now, obviously, this is just my opinion. These are the characters I like to play. Of course, you can play any character that you want in the game, from Ian Malcolm, Dennis Nedry, Don Gennaro, John Hammond, etc. But some of those character goals are just ridiculously hard to do. Now, when I first started playing this game, I just went straight to my favourite characters from the film, being Dr. Alan Grant, and playing as him, which is fine. You can play as your favourite character from the film. Your favourite character might be Dr. Malcolm. Of course, it's totally up to you, but these three characters, I think, in my opinion, are real good starting characters to play as. Now, if these characters are killed, or you've got some of them out and one of them dies, I've also selected 3 backup characters to play as, that being Dr. Alan Grant, Lex Murphy, and Dr. Ian Malcolm. So Dr. Grant's goal is distract the Tyrannosaurus to collect Dr. Grant's tokens. So you use a distract card to basically move the T-Rex into your location. You will take damage, but you get your goal. And his special ability, Give Me Your Hand, discard this card, move one character from an adjacent space into your space. Again, this could be helpful getting characters out of harm's way, getting them closer to where they need to be. So I think that's a really good ability to have. And again, another backup character is Lex Murphy. Her character goal is go to the control center to collect Lex Murphy's gold token. And then once you're at the control center, if you roll what's needed on the dice, you can place lock tokens on the other 3 locations. So the dinosaurs cannot enter the visitor center, the maintenance shed, control center, or the helipad. So they can't go in those areas until the end of the game. So that, again, that's helpful to be there to do that. Obviously, you need to activate that location anyway, but it's a really good thing to do. So if you're Lex, always head to do that as soon as possible. Get that turned on, so there's lock tokens on those locations. One of their special ability cards is I'm a Hacker. This card, you may re-roll 1 dice. So if you don't meet the requirements to make a move or complete an action with a dice roll, you can always play that card and re-roll for another chance. I think that's a really good character to play. And the last backup character that I would recommend is Dr. Ian Malcolm. His character goal is before you roll the dice. So if you're trying to turn on a location or perform a climb and you have to roll the dice, choose whether it'll be odd or even. So that's dipping into the chaos theory thing. And then if you're correct, you gain his gold token. And again, his free action ability card, Chaos Theory, discard any 1 character may return 1 card at random from their discard pile into their hand. Again, that can be helpful if you need more cards to be able to get out, because once you lose those cards, you are dead. So this is Jurassic Park Danger. As I say, these are the 3 main characters personally that I recommend you play with first, and then the 3 backup characters in the game. We have won this game as the humans a couple of times, not very often, but because the game is very much in the dinosaurs' favour. I guess they were trying to go for some realism there, like if you were trapped on an island with dinosaurs, it would be very difficult to survive. It can be kind of frustrating that the humans can never win, but it all depends on what the dinosaur decides to do. If they decide to use their special abilities, it's on your luck of the dice roll. You're all sitting around the table as well, so it's not like you can communicate with your teammates, but the dinosaur player can always hear what you're saying and might scupper any plans that you, or any strategy that you might come up with to try and do. So I think it's a great game. If you're a Jurassic Park fan, I would highly recommend this game. It's an absolute just blast to play, whether you are the human or the dinosaur. I prefer the human because I love being some of my favourite characters from the film. Again, this is just my personal opinion, guys. Leave a comment in the comment section below about what characters you like to play as, whether you just like to play as your favourite ones from the films, or you have a strategy to be which one is your favourite to try and win. Just leave it down in the comments below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. So, have fun playing this game, guys, and I will see you in the next video.
Clever girl.